We go live in 5. In 5. 5.
I think we're working. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I gotta get out of this. Exhale. Okay, we're live. Okay. Hello, everybody. And welcome. Let me see if. So this is our. I think right here. Okay, so this is our first live broadcast. Welcome to the Tue Watch Party, where we're going to be celebrating all things Tue. We're here live at the Vortex in Los Angeles. We're so excited to be here back after the pandemic and bring this great event and evening for all of you watching. So sit back, enjoy. We're going to start with a video showing Tue, and then we'll have special guests along the way for the next hour or so. So welcome, and I'm going now to play the video. Hold on, I'll cue you guys. 1 second. Perfect. Okay. Wow. Wow. Look at all the people. It's so exciting. Yes, yes. Thank you all for watching. Tiara, can you hear us?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Just, yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, everybody joining us from wherever you are, watching this later, if you're in time zone. What? What? Yeah, I am. Okay, so everybody, we have a special guest all the way from Los Angeles, Tue Huynh. There he is. There he is.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tue Huynh. Welcome to.
Right here. Good. Yep. Perfect.
Welcome to Fear for Breakfast. Thank you to Michael and Mary. Allow me to host my show here at Strindberg Laboratory space. This is amazing place. And so, as you guys saw my video. Today I'm gonna do my show here. It's called Fear for Breakfast. So what's fear? Fear is a form of alarm that give us some kind of causes that something has gone wrong with our life. And either that or something that is just terrify us at the moment. They're the reason why our brain have that amygdala inside our head. And so why fear for breakfast? Well, I believe in the sense of humor. And so food is one form of bring people in together and also help us share our life and experience with each other. And so I want to bring the joy and all the fun together as a community. And so today I would like to interview one of the special guests. His name is Marshall May, and he came from, he was a member of Strindberg Laboratory. He a real actor. And so welcome to the show, Marshall. Thank you.
Stand up. Stand up.
Standing up.
Yeah.
My marker is right here. Hi. I had it for you. I made it. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Fruit. Fruity. Okay, a fruity.
Yeah.
It's called a fruity. Well, thank you.
Very
very much.
healthy and it's tasty.
Okay.
But
I will definitely try it. I'm not going to try it now, but I will definitely try it. Thank you.
okay, Marcel.
Yes.
Marcel, can you introduce yourself a little bit and can you share about your upbringing?
Sure. So my name is Marshall, and I have been with the Strindberg Laboratory for about maybe 5 years. Well, actually, since 2014, I grew up in Los Angeles.
That's 7 years, Marcel.
7 years. I'm not really good at math. So for 7 years, I grew up in Los Angeles. I was introduced to the Strindberg Laboratory in jail in an incarcerated setting. And then again, in a facility, a rehabilitation facility on Skid Row. So I heard that there was an acting class going in jail. It's been something that I've always wanted to do. And I have always been somewhat of an actor. So I had an opportunity to get out of the cell and go to this class, and that's where I met Mary and Michael. And
and they gave me an opportunity to participate in this class. We did some other things. My upbringing was I grew up in a section of Los Angeles called View Park. My mother was a board certified forensic psychiatrist. My father was a businessman, and they wanted me to go to college and do all those things. And that's not what I did. I had my own plans.
Guys, hold on 1 second. It looks like we're frozen. Hold on 1 second, everybody. Let's just stop it and then start it. Stop video.
Project.
That's switching back.
Yeah. Let's see if it works now. Uh-oh.
So look into the camera instead of looking at it.
No, it's showing here.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if it works now.
Hi there.
It's okay. This is a work in progress.
Don't what?
Don't break the camera again.
Okay.
You can make it free. You walked on and.
Damn it. It ain't necessarily.
Maybe it's the
so.
internet.
It ain't necessarily so.
No, I have it. I have 3 different Wi-Fis. I'm just worried that,
I think it would be so much better if he and I were.
okay,
sitting down.
I think we're back. Okay, let me just make sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, let me go back and see if it's gonna work.
Are we on live right now?
Yeah, I just, I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're back. You're up. Do it. So say your thing again, Marshall.
Start from beginning.
No, just start now.
So as I said, my parents had come from a very impoverished background, the way that they told the story, and they just went to school and did things to make sure that their kids had every opportunity. That was not something that I had in mind. I wanted to be around a certain group of people in high school, and I fell into the party scene. And as a result of falling into the party scene, I threw away an acting career. I threw away a college career. I threw away all types of job opportunities. And it was something that was very disheartening to my family. I ended up getting incarcerated, and I spent 13 years in California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. That was a very scary, difficult, challenging time for me. I was able to finally, after decades, literally decades, 30 years of active addiction of crack cocaine, I was able to finally get clean. I'm coming up on 5 years clean. I'm very happy. I'm going to give myself a hand.
Yay!
Get an opportunity to get their lives back. I was able to get my life back. My mother recently died in 2019. I'm going to try to say this and not get choked up. And she got to see me clean. She got to see me with a job. She got to see me driving a car with a driver's license and insurance and registration and all the things. She got to see her son finally out of the prison system. And I get a little bit choked up about that, but I'm just grateful that the gift, my experience, thank you, my experience was that I got an opportunity to share that gift with her. And she died before the pandemic started. She died on Veterans Day of November 11th, 2019. So since then, I have been just working tirelessly at being of service any way that I can to somebody that might be suffering from addiction. I also work at a nonprofit organization downtown Los Angeles, and we provide storage for people that are experiencing homelessness. We also are a job development agency that provides employment skills and opportunities for people that want to work, along with continuously being involved with the Strindberg Laboratory, which is where I had an opportunity to meet you. So that in a nutshell is, that's the short version.
Thank you so much for sharing your personal story. I'm so sorry about your mom. A little louder. Can you share with us a little bit about your father and how do you feel after your mom died?
So my father died in 1994. He had a massive heart attack. My father and I had a very tumultuous relationship. I was somewhat of a disappointment to him in regards to, I guess, the lifestyle that I chose to live. And in the end, my father, before he died, my father did express to me and made me feel very confident that he loved me in spite of me going through the things that I went through, because that would have been in the time period where I was in my active addiction. So it wasn't really a good time between he and I. But again, I know that when my father died, he loved me. He worked very hard. He was from Oakland, California. He had 11 brothers and sisters. So they had to do all types of things to eat. And my grandfather would throw food off of the train because he worked as a cook on the train. And at a certain junction on Thursdays at around about 4 o'clock, when that Pacific rail car was coming through Oakland, Mr. May would be there with that box of food to feed those 11 kids. So they ate really good, but they lived in a very messed up situation because it was so many of them. So that's my father. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. And so, can you share the one fear for today's show? Can you share the one fear that's for today's show?
So a fear, I'm going to share a fear. If that's the question you asked me, one fear that I have. The fear that I have is to be homeless, because if I didn't have my job, if I didn't have the opportunities, if I didn't have being clean, not using drugs, not being incarcerated, I would be homeless. And so I'm so grateful. I am so humbled to be working with organizations such as the Strindberg Laboratory and the job that I have, because it gives me an opportunity to work, to be gainfully employed. Today I am employable and I'm employed. So because the city in which we live in, Los Angeles, homelessness is such a forefront thing. It's just out in the open. You know, sometimes there are times when I believe that I'm not going to pay my rent, and I have anxiety, and I get scared because I don't want to be homeless. Because if I was homeless, my mind tells me I would revert back to the lifestyle that I came out of, and I would hate to do that. There was a time when I was using cocaine where I felt, well, you know what, I'm not going to be able to make it. You know, I didn't go to college. I want to go to college. I want to get a degree. There's things that I would like to do, but I don't have the confidence to do that because I spent so much time in such a negative lifestyle. You know, I know how to speak English. I know how to do all kinds of things, but I just haven't, maybe I haven't applied myself. So my fear, Tue, is to end up being homeless, to be out on the street. And I'm just very grateful that I'm involved with being active in other people's lives that give me hope and strength and direction for my life. And I try to share that and emulate that with everybody that I meet. I work very hard at having a positive attitude. I work very hard at being funny. And one of the things that I've learned, and I'm probably going a little bit sideways from the question that you asked me, is I try to always be able to laugh at myself, because that's healthy. It's, you know, laughter is sometimes food for the soul. It's medicine for, you know, a person that might be experiencing fear. So I like to just have a good time.
That's what we're here for.
Yay!
We enjoy talking about our fear, and also we try to create fun. So that's
Absolutely.
it's all about
And let me
life.
share one more thing. Transparency is very important. So for me, it's cathartic for me to be able to share my life, because I know that I'm not the only one that has lived a life and made mistakes. But the thing out of me being able to share my life is that no matter where you are in your life, no matter what you've experienced, no matter what you've gone through, if you have some people behind you that love you, if you have a dream, if you have hope, you can experience hope and freedom. And that's what I've been able to experience. And I thank you for this opportunity, for even, considering interviewing me. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
it's my honor.
Enjoy my fruity.
Yeah, okay. I have one question about related to what you just said earlier. So, in your opinion, there's so many people been through the same thing like you. They're afraid of being homeless, afraid to go back to their lifestyle, afraid of the domino effect that might let them back into the wrong way. And
Yes.
so, but they still doing the same thing, using drugs, doing the same thing, and they couldn't get out of it. So, in your opinion, why they keep doing the same thing that they do?
So I'm not going to share my opinion, but I'll share my experience. And my experience is that in spite of the decisions that I made, which were very negative, very sometimes I hated myself. I hated the fact that I had gotten molested as a child. I thought that, the lifestyle that I lived was based upon that. In spite of hurting my family and stealing televisions and things out of the house so that I could use drugs, in spite of going to jail, I had somebody that loved me, and I had somebody that prayed for me. And I always, no matter how dark my life looked, I always knew that there was some light at the end of the tunnel. I just needed to be encouraged. I just needed to be inspired. I needed to be motivated. I needed people. I was isolated. I thought that I was alone. I felt asphyxiated, like I couldn't breathe. And so when I see people that are in the condition that I used to be in, and I used to be in that situation for 30 years, I spent my entire, from 29 to around about whatever 13 years, from 29 to 13 years to 30 something incarcerated. And I had this prison number, and so I'm a felon, I'm a black man, I'm a dope fiend, I have an alternative lifestyle. There was no hope for somebody like me. I was told as a child I was going to go to hell. What a horrible, ugly, vicious, nasty thing to say to a child. But that's what I was told, and those were my beliefs. My beliefs had to change. So I share hope, and I let people know that I understand where I understand where you are, because I've been there. And sometimes they don't believe that, because the way that I carry myself, the professional demeanor that I have, the concern that I genuinely have for people, I hope gets transmitted, and they can see that, and so I let them know that as long as they just have the idea of hope, that they can be free from incarceration, that they can be free from those things that hold us back as people. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to live. It's my life. Nobody's going to live my life. And so with the time that I have left, I want to live the best life that I can. So I applaud anybody that is coming out of a struggle. I empathize for anybody that's caught in the midst of a struggle. And I let them always know that there is hope, that there's people that will help you. There's people that love you. There's people that understand and have been through what you've been through. You're not alone.
You are definitely right on that. Like, I'm sharing the same background like you. We've been through the same thing. I've been to prison, drugs, gang lifestyle, and so many things that it just went wrong. And mainly because of the young age that I've been through, I wasn't thinking clear enough, and still doing the same thing. And I know a lot of young people out there, the youth in our community, they've been through the same struggle. And do you have any advice that you want to give them? Anything that can be helpful to the community?
So to the community, I say we have a responsibility to not leave anybody behind. It takes a village, and I'm using cliches that I've heard in the news and that I've heard people say, but they are so real. They are so, they're things that you can touch. They're tangible things. We have to, as a community, help. We have to support. Because if we don't, everything is just me, then people are not, it's just the same repetitious cycle that destroys foundations and destroys people's dreams and destroys their hopes, I mean.
And Tue, we only about 5-6 minutes
I
left.
hear a voice, is that a? what is
So
that?
why don't we open it up to
So-
other, do you want other people?
I will close real soon. I know you love to sing, right? And so can you
Forgot.
sing one song about fear real short?
Well, I don't know if it's gonna be, about fear, but it's gonna be, it'll be a song, and it goes like this. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. There it is.
All right. Everybody has the opportunity, but you have to come up because I don't want to start moving the camera around. If you all have a question, come on up, ask Marshall, ask Tue, and then Tiara, and I believe is there anybody else? I think there was one person, I don't know if they're still there. I know, so Tiara, if you have any questions, please feel free. Do you want to start, Tiara? Tiara,
Yeah, yeah, because I have to go shortly. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I think okay, they moving a little bit. Okay, it really doesn't matter. But no, I just wanted to say both of you all's story was very powerful. I haven't been able to meet either of you yet, but just hearing your stories, it's like wow, like that's crazy. Like I would have never known like the way you all carry yourselves and stuff like that. And it's very empowering, very encouraging. The things that you all shared today, and it allows me to even, like you were saying, see hope and see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I just want to say thank both of you guys. Thanks for the interview, the video, and hopefully I get to meet you guys soon.
So anybody else, come up, go in the video so people can see you. Dominic looks like he's walking up. Yeah, Dominic.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Hi, Tiara. All right, so what's up, man?
To the camera. To the
Oh,
camera,
yeah.
Dominic.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Ask your question, comment.
Oh, sorry, my bad. All right, what's your question?
No, you have to ask.
Oh, question, yeah. Okay, my fears is this. I experienced, like, I was in a music video or something weird. And it was
To the camera,
that-
Dominic. To the camera.
Oh,
You have to say it to the camera.
oh.
It's okay.
My question is this, is that when I saw a music video of Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer, I was like, as a kid, I was like covering my faces because I don't like claymation or something at that time until I was reached when I was 16 years old. That's the fear of having of that perspective, I think. But I'm over it right now. And I'm very, very humbled about that experience.
A music video fear. Very good.
There you go.
Anybody else have a question? Come on up. Oh, Tom, come on up. Yay!
Okay, so long time ago, guess in a way, but it's my
You
idea have
say
a
it.
question where I just want to say that when I was younger, I used to have a great big fear of, and it sounds ridiculous now, but at the time for me, it was not all ridiculous. My fear was of something that is quite a pretty common thing to not be afraid of. Maybe when you're a little kid who doesn't even have this type of thing, but it's, I know it sounds ridiculous, but the one thing that I pretty much used to have a great big traumatizing fear of was pets. Not just any pet specific, but specifically more I had a great big fear of dogs. I used to.
Me too.
Like every single time I would see, even if it was dogs that was just on the far distance of just walking down my home street, just on a far extreme distance of me, I used to pretty much just act all great big fear kind of way. Like I just try and scurry up my mom and I just try and climb up her and be like, Mom, the dog. I just like now that I'm older, I have the most sweetest, most cute, most adoringest puppy ever. His name is Buddy.
Who's next? Any other questions, comments, fears? Yes.
I don't want to stand up.
Okay.
I want to thank you. That was an incredible sharing, and I want to meet you. And I just think you have incredible stories to tell, yet to tell. And so thank you so much for sharing.
All right. Thank you, baby. You know, well, say whatever you're gonna say.
Thank you so much, Tui. Marshall. It's always a pleasure to work with you. It's always a pleasure to hear your stories. And thank you so much. It took an incredible amount of, courage to do what you're doing. So in that respect, fear is no longer breakfast.
You always have a tag. Anybody else? Sit down. You got it. Okay, we have a special. Can everybody stand?
Hold on. I got a special announcement to make.
Okay.
So today also we are celebrating somebody's birthday. It's
Oh!
first birthday.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday to you.
And of course, birthday speech.
Oh, well, I tell you the truth.
I'll take a birthday song too. And the song, actually song.
Yeah.
Song would do.
Well,
Yes.
Song.
if you're happy and I knew it, you clap your hands. Actually, I'm very, very grateful to be here. There's a whole lot of reasons why I didn't have to be here, but I'm not any better than anybody else that I should be here, but I'm grateful that I am here. So thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be with my family, on my birthday, which is actually the 8th, by the way. But thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful, very humble. Thank you.
He's gonna do a Naomi on you.
Come on, any song. Doesn't matter. Song, any of them. You gotta get in the front of the camera. They're waiting. The audience is waiting. Come on.
Oh my goodness, I hate being on the spot, dude. What's I doing anyway? Never again will I be bound. No. Take to the skies, I'm flying high. Never again will I look down. No. Take to the skies, I'm flying free. That was from the Birds.
We're gonna close it out. So everybody from the audience, if you can stand behind the table, we're just gonna wave goodbye kind of thing, and that'll be it.
Right here.
So Marshall, everybody.
The 25th anniversary.
There's so many casts. All right, on a 1 and a 2, say